Your son, and your son.
Okay. Don't do it. I got the greatest son of all time.
Oh, okay.
He's the greatest two-way player currently.
Come on, Mr. Tate.
Period. Hands down. And Mr. Tate might not say nothing.
Don't say.
For nearly a decade, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown faced the exact same doubt over and over. Could these two actually win it all together? Every early playoff exit sparked fresh trade speculation. Every letdown of a season gave people another reason to argue they should be split up. Yet somehow, Tatum and Brown weathered every bit of it. Together, they made 5 trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. They shared the court in over 600 games. And then, in 2024, they finally shut down the doubters for good, bringing Boston its 18th championship banner. Brown walked away with Finals MVP honors. Tatum hoisted the trophy right there next to him. It seemed like the conversation was finally settled, but fast forward 2 years, and Jaylen Brown was no longer a Celtic.
We've got some breaking news. Shams Charania reporting on a blockbuster. What do you got?
Sources tell me the Boston Celtics have traded All-NBA star 2024 Finals MVP Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Here's what made it truly bizarre. It wasn't just that Boston moved on from him. It was everything that unfolded after. Because when Brown eventually opened up about the trade, he didn't come across as a guy who simply got caught up in a routine front office decision. He sounded like a man who felt genuinely betrayed.
I'm still processing a lot, chat, like, you know what I mean? Like, got my family, my grandpa, etc. I wasn't thrilled with how the conversation was facilitated. I did feel like it was a lack of respect. At one point it was fine, and out of nowhere it just went left. I definitely think it's more to it. It definitely is more to it. I know Brad is getting a lot of the criticism, but, you know, I just wish that more to it could have been explained. I just wish that they had the respect to just tell me exactly what it was, and I would have understood, and I would have.
And then, seemingly out of nowhere, the story flipped entirely. Suddenly, the talk was all about Jaylen Brown supposedly believing he was the smartest person in any room he walked into, and how difficult he apparently was to work with.
Even just getting crushed. The GM, they obviously wanted Jaylen Brown out of the building. And Jaylen Brown, I had 2 NBA sources tonight, 2 people in the league, one an executive, one a scout, say that Jaylen Brown it's a disease. He suddenly thinks he's the smartest guy in every room he's in. I've worked with people in the media. It's really, you get into a really bad space. You make a lot of money. Suddenly you're absolutely sure. You don't want to listen to your bosses. You don't want to listen to consultants. You don't want to listen to teammates. Jaylen's kind of, and by the way, this was, one executive told me, this was always a little bit of Jaylen Brown's personality, kind of the smartest guy in the room, and live streaming and throwing it out there, and it's just not a good space. It used to be nothing good happens after 3 in the morning. Nothing good happens when pro athletes live stream. It's just trouble. Stay away from it. You need PR people. Even you know what I do. When you're emotional, when you're in a terrible mood, don't go to live.
Brad Stevens is taking heat over this one. It's become clear the front office wanted Jaylen Brown out. I actually spoke with 2 separate NBA sources tonight, one front office executive, one scout, and both described it almost like a condition Brown developed. Somewhere along the way, he became convinced he was the smartest guy in every room. I've seen this happen with people in media too. You land in a rough headspace, the money starts rolling in, and suddenly you're dead certain of everything. You stop taking input from your bosses, from consultants, even from your own teammates. And apparently, according to one exec, this streak in Jaylen's personality wasn't new. It's always been there to some degree. The smartest guy in the room energy, the live streaming, putting everything out into the world, none of that creates a healthy environment. There's an old saying, nothing good happens after 3 a.m. And honestly, nothing good tends to come from pro athletes live streaming either. It just invites trouble. Steer clear of it. That's exactly why you need PR people around you. Even personally, when I'm emotional or in a bad headspace, live streaming is the last thing I'd do. And it didn't stop there. The scrutiny eventually shifted toward Jason Tatum too. Now, there's no confirmation he actively pushed for Brown's exit,
But he clearly didn't fight hard enough to keep him in Boston, and Brown noticed. Enough so that he liked a social media post that was openly critical of Tatum.
With me, Jason Tatum, and you should went in that motherfucker off and sat down with the motherfucker. Hey, let me tell you, that's my goddamn guy. Keep that motherfucker.
It's honestly surprising this hasn't gotten more attention. On top of that, Tatum appeared to throw a subtle jab Brown's way, fully aware that the media, likely fed by Boston's own PR machine, had been pushing the narrative that Brown was some impossible-to-manage know-it-all. Here's exactly what Tatum said at his camp.
Being a leader doesn't mean you know it all, right? I don't know it all. I'll be a first person to say that. Being a leader is being comfortable with raising your hand like, Michelle, I don't know. Can you explain that to me? I don't know X, Y, and Z. I want to learn, right? Somebody, being around somebody that feel like they know it all, I don't want to be around that person, right? I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to learn from somebody.
Say whatever you want about it, but that sure sounded like a pointed shot at all the criticism Brown had been catching. And Brown clearly took notice, because during his introductory press conference with the Philadelphia 76ers, he made a point of saying that learning is his favorite thing to do.
It doesn't have to be anybody's team. It just needs to be based in respect and work. And that's kind of like my approach. I want to earn everybody respect and trust, which takes time. Like one of my favorite things to do is learn. You know, I can't wait to just soak up as much information as I can and apply it to myself.
Now,
as for where things actually stand between Brown and Tatum now, it's genuinely unclear. What is obvious is that whatever bond they had during that championship run in 2024 isn't what it used to be. Their fathers, though, completely different story. They looked like they were having the time of their lives, straight up barbershop banter, going back and forth about whose son is the better player.
Is the most entertaining player in the NBA.
I'm gonna rank your son, and your son.
Don't do it. I got the greatest son of all time.
Oh, okay.
He's the greatest two-way player currently.
Come on, Mr. Tatum.
Period, hands down, and Mr. Tatum might not say nothing.
Don't say.
I don't disagree with your opinion. You know, everybody got their opinion. But I probably got the top 3 best player in the whole world. He said 3. You heard that. LaMelo Ball number 2, right? How can he be number 2? Because I'm number 1. Y'all can be 1A, 1B. My son is the most entertaining player in the NBA. He is entertaining. That's all I'm going to say. He is entertaining. And what are we in? Entertainment.
And of course, LeVar Ball found a way to get the last word in. Like always, that man simply does not stop talking. Honestly, glad he's got his own podcast now. Put a mic in front of him and he's guaranteed to entertain. Same energy he says LaMelo brings. But at the core of it, Brown and Tatum clearly aren't on the same page anymore. And that tension is going to make for some seriously high-stakes, high-viewership basketball once Philadelphia and Jaylen Brown make their trip back to Boston. Don't sleep on that matchup. Brown's going to want to put on a show, and Tatum's going to want to prove the front office made the right call keeping him and moving Brown out, especially coming off his ACL recovery and a limited minute season. He's got something to prove. Let me know what you all think. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'll catch you next time. Peace.